Yes, sorry يا شباب for this interruption. So again, I want you look at the pictures. As you see, it shows different types of houses in different locations around the world. Try to guess يا شباب why. Why houses are built like this? Or what are the bases or the rubrics that we need to consider while building a house? Do you agree with me that the people build the same types of houses around the world?
No,
For example, the houses in Egypt, the same houses in Saudi Arabia, for example, the same
no,
houses in China. Why, Akram? Why do you say?
because there is nothing called, not every country has the same type of ground or soil at first.
Okay,
And there is also different climate. So
perfect.
the roads that made of wood to act as insulator from cold, and
Yes,
also there are houses that has a lot of windows that are on the beach, for example,
yeah,
so you can enjoy the view.
perfect.
Also, it is about the material that is available in the country or the place nearby. Like in the forest, you can easily build a house from wood, as there are trees surrounding you everywhere.
Mhm.
But you can do it with a brick, with bricks. It is hard to gain them.
Yes, perfect. Akram, mashallah alayk. Let me clap for you. Yes, so building a house in any place based on number one, the weather, the climate in this place. Number two, the culture, because the design, the shape of your house may reflect, okay, your culture. As you see in Saudi Arabia, for example, you can see people shoot the same color, okay, like the sand color, because this is the culture. They live in a desert, so they are affected by the color of sand. And number two, the materials, as Akram mentioned. So I'll give you example here. After that, I'll give you a chance to describe, not this one. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
What can you see?
White and black.
Okay. So when you think about any place or any building, so number one, think about the materials they are made of. Next, where they might be. I mean the houses, where. Why they might be built in this way. Okay? Here, for example, ya shabab. Here, please read this. For example, here, if you can see the first picture. Okay? Who can describe it? As I told you, think
I
about,
can.
yes, think about number one, the materials they are made of and where they might be, which place, and think about why they might be built in this way. Yes, Akram, go ahead.
Uh, the picture shows a group of colorful houses built
Perfect.
wall to wall, each as there is
Yes,
small
raised houses, perfect.
raised houses, yes,
Okay.
uh, that are built to wall because there is not much space able to be available to build new houses or with like front yard and you have your own spacious space.
Perfect.
Also, it seems that the boats are the way of transport in this country, as there
Uh,
are banks of rivers there.
yes, or you can say canals. Yeah.
Tunnels.
Yes.
Okay,
Next to a canal. Yes, as you see in this picture, you can see it's a canal. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, Finally, there is the roof of these houses are made of some reddish brown bricks that
Okay.
can reflect the heat of the sun, as it seems to be a coastal area or neighborhood.
Perfect.
I feel that the people living in these houses feel like they are one community, they
Mhm.
are one big family,
Perfect.
as there are a lot of neighbors from your house. There is multiple houses near you, so you know a lot of people that you can communicate with them and be friends. And with that, having good neighborhood means happy life in your home.
Wonderful. Excellent, Akram. Let me clarify. Actually, wonderful description. Describe the location, but where can you see these houses, ya Akram? In an African country, for example, or European or Chinese,
I think European,
European countries.
Italy has same
Maybe
structure.
perfect. So yeah, I think
Or
you described
France.
everything. Yes, the physical structure of the buildings, as you mentioned, they are colorful, they are traced together, and they reflect the culture of this place. Maybe this is a big family living close together. Okay, and this indicates, as you mentioned, a happy community because it's a good chance for you to play with uh, your neighbors. Okay, of course, no space for playing, but you feel warm and safe among those people. Excellent, Akram. So, what do you think? Yeah, Khalid. Do you agree with Akram? You can describe the other picture, yeah, Khalid, if you want, or you can describe the same picture. It's up to you. Khalid, are you there?
Oh, I used the phone. I what you're hearing me. Now can you?
Yes, again, please. Yes, your voice is not clear.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, sure. Yes, I can hear you very well. Go ahead.
Okay, I will start with the second one.
Sure, yes.
Okay, I see in the second picture a group of African or Asian people who
Okay,
are living in poor houses, usually for the lack of material that is present in their area,
perfect.
or maybe because they travel from area to area according to the water or to the shelter so
Okay,
that they can use in order to live.
yes.
I think this picture is taken at best because nowadays this culture it is very rare as
Yeah.
now the technology is very high and
Hmm.
there everything is more affordable at these days because there is more manufacturers has been built and there are more people who are making like volunteering and volunteering and giving food for these people.
Okay.
So they are very rare nowadays.
Yes.
But
But
I
in your
recognize
opinion,
also
yes, in your opinion, ya
that
Khalid, why, yes, why this house is built high off the ground?
in order to avoid any animals that are sticking on the
Exactly.
ground, such as
Perfect.
raccoons, or
Yes.
lizards, which is dangerous, especially when they are sleeping.
Perfect. Yes, for their safety. Wonderful.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Anything else? What about the materials, ya Khalid? What are the main
The materials they
materials?
have used a thin stacks of wood and
Okay.
a roof that is made of like a wheat, which is food for animals to make
Okay.
a strong roof.
Yeah.
These are very cheap materials, which I
Yes.
think according to their affordable things, or for according for their money,
Yes.
or they are living in an area which is which lives a lack of economy.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, Khalid. Thank you very much for your detailed description. So you and Akram agree that building a house in any place around the world based on three main factors. The first one based on the climate in this area. Number two, the culture of the culture of people living there, and their economic status. As you mentioned, ya Khalid, in your description for the second picture, they seem poor people, very poor people. So they don't have enough money. That's why uh, they use natural tools and to build their shelter or their house. Okay, wonderful. So now, ya shabab, here, let's talk about your own. Now we talk about generic ideas about uh, uh, building houses in different places. What about you, ya shabab? Try to think about your own home. Okay, your own home. So please answer these questions. Try to imagine the place you live, maybe a house or a flat, as we explained in our at the beginning of our lesson today. And please answer this question: how long have you lived in your current home? What is it like? Okay, what is it like? Who lives there with you? How people moved in or out while you have been there? Did you live somewhere else before your current home? So you have 2 minutes to prepare yourself and try to think of these pictures or these questions. Let me know once you are ready, please.
Can I start?
Yes, sure, go ahead. Yes.
I live in a flat in a neighborhood which is called Ad-Dabab.
Okay.
I have been living in this house for approximately for one year, not for much a long time. Before it, I have been living in a house which was in the same neighborhood. Like you can say, it is 2 streets away from my current house, but I have changed it to this current house because maybe you can say it's cheaper and for another purposes.
Perfect.
My current house is, I think it's a special house if you compare it with another houses, because it's designed with a special pictures of flowers, and you can see like a different usage of colors, and the floor that contains like not it's a strange pictures, which gives it a something special according to other.
Right.
And there is the most special thing which I actually like it in my current flat, that it contains a garden which I growed in it, and flowers on different kinds and different colors, which made it more special than it is.
Right.
A month ago, I saw a family which I think Egyptian, what I recognize from their clothes and their culture. I think they are Egyptian people, which
Yeah.
have changed it to a current house, which is in the same street of mine. I didn't actually get known to them until now, but I think I will do later. What I saw in the family, they were two kids and their dad and their mother. So I don't have idea if they have more children. I live in other neighborhoods in the same city, which is the Mam, including another neighborhood which is called Jirawiya, which is more noisy according to my current one, which is quite different to the last one, and it is
Okay.
and less crowded. Mine, it is still new, and not much people which are living there, and not crowded as my last one. And I think it is better change for me to be in a quieter place, to be a less crowded place, which you can take. You can be
Yes.
better
Relaxed.
for, yes,
Yes. More relaxed.
more
Yeah.
relaxed, and
Yeah.
a better place for you to take like,
Enjoy
less crowded.
your life. Yes. Enjoy your life.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Excellent, Khalid. Yes. Anything else?
Thank you.
Yes. Wonderful, Khalid. Thank you very much for your talk. Actually it's informative. It includes a lot of information about your current house and your previous accommodation or your last house, and you compared in a very good way between your neighborhood, your current neighborhood, and the previous one, even between the streets here and there. This is great, and you give us a detailed information about your house. It has, as you mentioned, it's spacious, it's big enough. It has a special garden where you can grow your favorite plants or flowers. And this is great. So also I feel that I think that you feel happy and you are lucky to have such wonderful place. Thank you, Khalid. Well, what you need to do is, I like your intonation. This talk is much better than before. Also, I like your structures. You use different vocabulary, different structures. Well, what you need to do and improve is you have very, very few grammatical structures, like what, as you mentioned, there aren't much people. So I can't say much people, you should say many people, right? So give attention to such silly mistakes. And alongside this, you are, mashallah, fluent speaker. Thank you very much. Right. Now the next one, Akram, can you please talk about your home, covering the following prompts?
Yeah. Yes. Nowadays, I consider myself lucky for living in the flat that I live in right now. I live in a flat in the last level of the building in a neighborhood
You mean the
called
last
Adabab.
floor? Yeah.
Yes, at the building. I live
Okay.
in a neighborhood called Adabab. it is considered a quiet and a great neighborhood. Actually, there is no traffic noise. There is no any fighting between the neighbors. Everyone love each other. I just consider it a lovely community. I
Perfect.
lived for I lived at my current home for 1 year now. I lived there, and actually I made a lot of memories in this 1 year. Unlike most of people who needs more time to be adapted for the new house. I live in
Right.
that house with my family, which consists of my two brothers and my parents. As I in this year, in this time interval that I was here in my place,
Yeah.
and there was a Saudi family that moved out to a new villa, mashallah, as
Okay.
their economic level had been better last year. We were in great communication, and we still do.
Yeah.
And that was actually, it touched my heart when they left. I felt really sad. They really helped me at the start, at the first months, although I am very happy for them to live in their dream home. Uh,
Okay.
I used to live, I used to live in the same neighborhood, but in a different house on the other side of the neighborhood. I actually I didn't come to this. I didn't leave it on my own wish. I left it
Okay.
due to bad neighbors. They were fighting a lot. Also, I was fighting with their parents, with their children, I mean.
Yeah.
And also, I felt a lot of faith being there. I wasn't delighted actually. Also, there was some water problems. Most of
Yeah.
the time, I needed to go to the masjid to do and
Yeah.
live my life normally. I came here, and I have no regrets.
Great. Thank you very much, Akram, for a wonderful description for your uh, current accommodation or current house. Again, you give us informative description about the structure of your house, and you compared between your current house or current flat with the previous one, and you also explained why. Why did you have to move from the previous house, and now you are feeling happy. You are much better than before. Now you are uh, feeling safe and uh, happy with your friendly neighbors or new neighbors. Otherwise, you were facing a lot of problems with your previous neighbors, as you mentioned. You fighted with them uh, a lot, and also you faced a lot of facility problems, especially lack of water, and of course, something like that makes you hate the place you live, as you mentioned at the beginning. So having or choosing the right place is really important for you to make sure that you will, inshallah, feel happy in your house. Excellent, ya shabab. Thank you very much for your wonderful talk. So, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen, in our next lesson, we should talk about, we should start reading objectives. So please try to use the same ideas, and instead of talking about your house, no, I'd like you to describe your neighborhood. So follow the same prompts while describing your neighborhood. So describe the streets, describe the culture of your neighborhood, describe the facilities, the services in this neighborhood, and why you like or why don't you like your neighborhood. Okay? Any questions?
No, thank you.
So what did you learn today before you leave?
What are the properties of the house that I need to describe?
Yes.
Also, the importance of the neighbors.
Okay.
Some new vocabulary.
Yes. So this is the end of our lesson today. Okay, so please again try to write about your neighborhood, and you can add some a short introduction at the beginning describing your own house, then focus on your neighborhood. Thank you again. Stay safe. Take care. Thank you. Family.
Write about the neighborhood, not talk, yeah?
Yes, writing. Yes, it's writing task. Using the same ideas or the same prompts that used describing your house.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Family.